Aristotle's theory of the good life was developed in the 4th century BC. Eudaimonia is perhaps best translated as flourishing or living well and doing well. According to Aristotle, happiness is not an end in itself but rather a condition for flourishing. We have here 3 divisions of science: theoretical science, productive science, and practical science. Theoretical science was divided into 3 subcategories. The first category tackles about the natural objects or the living objects, heavenly bodies and geological phenomena. The second category is the study of the quantitative aspect of objects or motion, the domain of mathematics. And the third category is the study of immovable objects, of mostly known as the domain of theology. The second division of science for Aristotle was productive science. Such a science aims at the creation of a product. The last division of science following Aristotle's idea is practical science. This aims at knowledge of action or praxis. This aspect motivates the ability to act well or to live the good life, which Aristotle believed was a life guided by reason. Aristotle, and how we all aspire for a good life. According to Aristotle, happiness consists in achieving all the goods that lead to the perfection of human nature and to the enrichment of human life. This requires us to make choices, some of which may be very difficult. According to Aristotle, happiness consists in achieving all the goods that lead to the perfection of human nature. Plato on having a good life. In Plato's Ethics, he believes that only with the liberation of the soul from the body, a person can be, and his ethics is known as eudaimonistic ethics, i.e., about the well-being or happy life. He saw the good life for a man in terms of personal attainment of well-being.
We have here 4 different principles on living the good life. The first is materialism. The first materialists were the atomists in ancient Greece. They were Democritus and Lysippus. They led a school whose primary belief is that the world is made up of and is controlled by the tiny invisible units in the world called atoms. In terms of human flourishing, the matter is what makes us attain happiness. The material things we possess give us ultimate happiness. We see this at work with most people who are clinging on to material wealth as the primary source of the meaning of their existence. And the second is hedonism. For hedonists, the end goal of life is acquiring pleasure such as partying, drinking, and etc. Pleasure has always been the priority of hedonists. For them, life is obtaining and indulging in pleasure because life is limited. They believe that pleasure gives meaning to their life without thinking of the future. And the third is Stoicism. Stoicism is led by Epicurus, the Stoics, who exposed the idea that to generate happiness, one must learn to distance oneself and be apathetic. Just like this person in the photo. And the last is Theism. Most people find their lives using God or having faith in God as the fulcrum of their existence. The Philippines, as a predominantly Catholic country, is witness to how people base their life goals on beliefs that hinged on some form of supernatural reality called heaven. The ultimate basis of happiness for theists is communion with God.